Hi, and welcome to the Aliveline Network. I'm Nora Buckley, and I'm here with Paula Koppel. She's a registered nurse practitioner, and she's been working with older people for her entire career. And she has a new business going, and she's here to tell us about it. So welcome, Paula. Great to be here with you. And please share with us, age well and be well. Sounds exciting.
Yeah, all right. Yes, I'm really excited. I launched this business because I've worked with older adults for over 25 years now and have really been profoundly influenced by what I see from people getting older. Mm-hmm. And some of the things that have really influenced the launching of my new business have to do with really wishing that I could work with older adults at earlier phases in their lives where I could help them to make important lifestyle changes or mm-hmm. decisions that would then allow them to not only live longer, but improve the quality of their lives as they got older.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
So I'm really focused now on working with adults, I call them midlife and beyond. So, that can be anywhere from 40 to 45 to, 85, 90. But what I really love to really target on, if I can, is get people, around the 50s and 60s to begin thinking really seriously about what do I need to do to invest in my own health and take care of myself so I can live longer, but more importantly, I can, reduce disability and things like that as I get older.
Oh, it sounds great. I noticed in your material that you kind of make a comparison to, planning for your health future, comparing it to, well, do you plan for your financial future? And I love that analogy because I think it really, people get that, what you're going for. Can you talk more about that?
Sure, yeah. It does resonate with people. Mm-hmm. And, when I'm speaking before groups of people, I'll ask the audience, how long do you think you're going to live? And most people will say, 80, 85, mm-hmm. 90. And I'll say, so what are you doing to prepare for that? How many of you have a financial plan to make sure that your financial resources you won't outlive those financial mm-hmm. resources? And almost without exception, people say, yes, I have some kind of a plan. I'm saving a certain amount. Mm-hmm. I've made investments here and investments there. And it's a written plan. So then I ask people, how many of you have that type of a plan written down that looks at how you're going to take care of your own health and make investments in your own health so that as you get older, you have the health that you want to support you as you get older. And people think, wow, no, I don't have a plan like that. Mm-hmm. So I really am working to encourage people to develop that kind of plan so that they have a vision for where they want to go mm-hmm. in the future, mm-hmm. Not only what they want their health to be like, but what kinds of activities and responsibilities they want to have, and figure out how to make that happen. Yeah,
do you find that people have either a misconception about what aging means, mm-hmm. and they just kind of go, I'm over 40, I'm over 50, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's the way it is, or it's too late.
Right.
I've missed my opportunity, mm-hmm. and I tell people, that's absolutely not true. There's opportunity to make improvement even when you're 80 or 85, mm-hmm. but if you can make some fundamental changes, especially when you're in your 50s, early 60s, there's really good evidence to show you can actually postpone your entrance into what we sometimes call the disability zone, and make it so that you're still mobile, able to take care of yourself well into your 80s and 90s. And the other thing that I find people a lot of times think is, well, my genes are largely responsible for how long I'm going to live.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And there's been so much research done in the area of genetics that we're learning that's just simply not the case. Mm-hmm. That now the researchers tell us that probably our genes are only responsible for maybe 20% of how long we live.
Wow.
And even those genes can be influenced by our lifestyle decisions and behaviors now. Mm-hmm. And so it's really fascinating, but it means that we can't depend on our genes if we have people in our family that live long. we can't depend on that to save us. But
Mhm.
also, if people in your family haven't lived as long, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to have the same course.
Oh, wow.
That it really, we have,
Mhm.
for the most part, a large degree of control over how we age.
Oh, wow. That's great. Good news.
It is.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you talk to groups, and do you work with individuals to kind of create an individual plan
Yeah,
for themselves?
I love speaking to groups, but my real passion is working with individuals. And the reason I like working with individuals is because it gives me an opportunity to connect with an individual and help them figure out not only what are the things that will give them the best bang for the buck, will really help them, live the way they want to live. But also, what I find is for a lot of us, we know kind of the basics of what we should be doing to take care of ourselves, but we don't always do it. In fact, only 3% of Americans, they say, do the 4 fundamental things you should do. Watch your weight, eat right, exercise, and not smoke. But everybody knows that that's what you should do.
Right. Yeah.
But very few people do it. And sometimes people will say to me, I know what to do, but I don't do it. I guess I'm not disciplined enough. And I feel that it's not about discipline in most cases. There's usually other things that are much deeper that keep us from really doing what we know we need to do. And so one of the most important things about Age Well Be Well is it's very holistic. So I look at people's, not only their physical problems, but also mind, body, and soul. So we look at beliefs that might be undermining. Are you taking care of yourself or doing what you know you need to do? Look at those myths or misconceptions. Look at support system, and are you not getting the level of support you need in a whole variety of ways that allow you to really do what you need to do to take care of yourself.
Wow.
So it's really working with people one-on-one to develop a plan and put in place the supports that are necessary to make sure that they engage in the plan and actually, live it out.
Right. Oh, it sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks so much for sharing your passion with us and with the world.
Thank you.
Great. You're welcome. Well, that's another interview from the Aliveline Network. Stay tuned for more exciting interviews from healers and lifestyle practitioners. Thank you and goodbye.